Deadlift Clarinets. I hope you had a good week last week and that the new note A is very easy for you. Remember that I said you want to be kind of lazy with your fingers. You want to just kind of tip back to grab your A key, which is this top key, but I don't want to play it with the top of my finger like this. I just want to lean back into it to push it down. So today we've got another new note. So before we get into this, I'd like you to turn to page 9, and we're going to play together all of the notes that we know so far. So the first one is the top key A. Remember, we're going to just roll back to grab the edge of it. So let's play an A together. And then of course our next lower note would be an open G. And then F, thumb. And then we keep the thumb key down and we add our first finger for E. And then thumb, 1, 2 for the D. And then finally, thumb, 1, 2, 3 for C. Okay, now keep your fingers there because we're going to try coming up. So it's really fun to go roll down the notes that you can play, slurring. And when we slur, we'll get to that later in the book. But it's fun to do now. It's just one breath, and we allow our fingers to just slide from one fingering to another, and it would sound like this, starting from the A. And maybe you've already tried that. It is really fun. So keep your fingers down for the C, thumb, 1, 2, 3. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come up our scale. And you're going to notice as I call out note names that they basically go in order of the alphabet. As notes go up, they go up step by step in order of the alphabet. So let's play a C. Take away a finger for D. Take away a finger for E. Take away a finger for just thumb F. Take away a finger for the open G. And now tip your top key for an A. Okay, so let's try that, seeing if we could just slur it going up. So I'm going to put all my fingers down for a C. Which sounds really nice. Okay, so page 9. We're going to add a note now. We added the A, which is one note higher than our main 5 notes that we started with. And now we're going to add one that's lower. So this one is going to be a little tricky at first. It's not going to be as easy as the A, so you got to be good to yourself, forgive yourself. So we're going to play a C, and we're going to use our middle finger on the middle ring here. Notice I'm not reaching for it here or with any other finger. This finger is assigned this middle ring. This finger here, you've probably already guessed, is assigned to this ring, but we're not going to use that one yet. So we're going to play this note, and this is called a B. And so it's going to go one step lower than our C. So I'm going to play the C, and I'm going to add my middle finger. Now, the reason I say be good to yourself is sometimes in the beginning, your finger in the right hand isn't going to know where to go because we haven't done much of this yet, right? So it's going to accidentally try to strike this ring, the lower one. It might accidentally try to strike this one instead. So the more you do this and the closer you keep your fingers over those tone holes, the easier it'll get. So just be patient with yourself. It may take you a little bit of time to get this. Okay, so here we go. We're going to play a C, and then we're going to put down our middle finger for a B below. So C had the line that was cut in half, right? Middle C is cut in half with what we call a ledger line. B actually goes below the ledger line. So we see the circle of the note drop under the line. So you want to make sure that you notice that about this note. Okay, so let's try it. A C and then a B. you can hear it drop in pitch, right? Okay, so our new song, number 33, is called Deep Pockets. So it's C, first note, take a look at it, right? Because the ledger line's right through the middle. And then B, you see the ledger line sitting on top of the note. So the note head itself, the round part, goes below the ledger line. And then second measure, it goes C, D, E. And then it goes D. And then we're going to go from a D, thumb 1, 2, to a B, 1, 2, 3, middle finger of my right. So if I were to give you a number for this, 1, 2, 3, I'm skipping ring 4 and I'm playing ring 5. So 1, 2, 3, 5. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so let's try playing this. Deep Pockets 33. 1, 2, play with me. Okay, now you may have noticed that I held that last note just a little bit longer because I got to do that because remember the little ring there with a dot kind of looks like a bird's eye. We call that a hold. Or in our Italian music words, it's called a fermata. And it just means to hold the note out. If we were all playing together in band, we'd hold it as long as myself or any conductor would hold you, and they would cut you off and then you would stop the sound. But if it's you playing or you're the soloist, you get to decide how long. So how long? Usually for a whole note that would normally get 4 beats, we might hold it a 5th beat or possibly even a 6th beat, but usually not longer than that. Not usually. Okay, so now let's go on to 44, Doodle All Day. And I think some of you might recognize this song. So let's go over our note names first. You want to try saying them with me? Here we go. E, E, C, C, E, E, C. E, E, F, E, D. And then the little hat rest that bops up above the line is 2 beats of rest, right? So 2 beats of silence. Now we get to use our low note. D, D, B, B. D, D, new note, B. And then all the way up to G. G, G, F, D, C. 2, 3, 4. And there is a repeat at the end of this. So to get this video shortened so it's easier to load, but in your recording, when you submit it, why don't you go ahead and do the repeat and play it 2 times through, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna play it 1 time through with you right now for practice. So here we go, 34, Doodle All Day. First note is F. 1, 2, ready? Or I'm sorry, I said F. First note is E. I apologize. E. Ready? Begin. Rest for 2. Good. Okay, so hopefully when you got halfway through and you started reaching for those B's, those spoke for you okay. Don't be shocked if your finger doesn't quite hit the ring solidly and you get a squawk. Okay, it's just your fingers learning exactly where they're supposed to go. And the more times you do it, the better. If you really get frustrated and you're like, this is just not going well for me right now, what I want you to do is just take your clarinet into your bedroom, if you have a mirror there, or a bathroom, and actually just try playing the B's or any of your notes, being able to watch your reflection in a mirror. You're really going to be able to see back, because we really shouldn't play this way, trying to look down our clarinet, because that's going to give you a poor sound. The instrument's not aligned properly. So I would just use any mirror that you've got. If you have a small mirror or a little locker mirror, those are awesome. Sometimes I would put those on students on their stand, so that they could just tip their stand and look and see their fingers. So those little flat magnetic locker mirrors are awesome. Or if you just have a small hand mirror that you can just tuck on your stand, it's really helpful. Okay, so now let's do number 35, jump rope. Okay, so take a look at it. What's the first note name? If you said G, you're absolutely right. So now we're going stretching up to using our new note A, our top key A. Remember, top key, top grade, A. Okay, so here we go, 35, jump rope. 1, 2, ready, play. So you got to do a really big skip there from the open G and then closing up all the fingers down to C. So now you can see that when I've been saying the last few weeks, like, try to keep your fingers fairly close to the keys, it really does help, and you don't find yourself striking rings, kind of off a little bit and creating problems there. Okay, I hope you have fun with these songs. As you can see, before break, pretty exciting. We'll be going for a Tisket a Tasket, Jingle Bells, and My Dreidel. Kind of a weird time of year to be doing those right before spring break. But if you find 33, 34, 35 easy, and you want to start trying 36, 38, and 39, go ahead and do it. If just this is comfortable, awesome. If this is a little difficult, it's okay. Remember what I tell you every week. Just tell your instructor in your comments that it was hard. Back up to the week before and do some review. And the more you do that, the more you'll be ready to move on with me. Okay? So just be good to yourself and just keep at it. That's the way to get it done. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.